Hallo.
Baguette, Baguette, Escargot, Fromage,
Bono Baguette.
Place du Carrousel. Hallo. Are we all done here?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Was? Aber was?
Keine Ahnung, vielleicht wir noch so suchen dürfen, oder?
Nein.
Yep, let's make a move.
Good call. We can always come back later if we've forgotten something.
Okay,
Ja, der Ort war ja nicht zu untersuchen.
ja.
Und die anderen Orte hatten wir. Also, wir haben das Chocolate Emporium.
Wir
Wehe, wir
haben
können
nochmal
nicht
die...
jeden Ort besuchen. Wehe, wir kriegen zu viele Orte für die 6 Tage.
Nee, ich glaube, das passt immer. Also wir haben noch vier, also wir haben jetzt 6 Tage und der 6. Tag ist ja der Trial. Das bedeutet, wir dürfen 5 Orte besuchen und wir haben jetzt also haben wir noch 4 frei bis
Oh,
jetzt.
warte, Moment mal. Hier können wir hin, ohne dass es Zeit kostet.
Ja, dann gucken wir noch mal hin.
Dann gucken wir mal, was der Investigator so. Ich bin überrascht.
Ja.
Oh, Customers. Ich habe die Stimme vergessen.
Oh, hello. Is this the office of Renard Wulp?
Ah, it's you two.
Mousy? What are you doing here?
Oh, this is where I work. See? R&M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Wolpe and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Wolpe who chooses which cases to take on.
I see. Well then, can we speak with Monsieur Wulp?
Well, I'm afraid that won't be possible. See, Monsieur Wolpe is on vacation right now. He's visiting his father in England.
England?
But he's set to return in a week or two. Maybe you can come back then? That's so good to us. Our case will be over by then.
That's nothing to be done about it. I suppose we have to come back later.
Okay, also ich will... Ah.
Ich würde sagen, wir besuchen
Blumenmädchen,
das einfach jetzt jeden Tag,
Bar...
nachdem wir irgendwas gemacht haben.
Bevor wir das gemacht haben, weil
Ja.
der Tag eine... Ja.
Ja, meine ich.
Blumenmädchen, Schokolade, Bar. Ich bin an allem interessiert.
Nee, ich würde zum Schokoladenimperium gehen.
Lander, Haggles Flags, Chocolate Emporium boast to be the finest confectionery shop in all of Paris.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Lander Haggis Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris.
Ich frage mich, was für ein Akzent das sein soll.
Keine Ahnung, vielleicht flandisch, also fländerisch. I'm Lander Haggis the founder. Ja, ich glaube, das ist sehr fländerisch, Haggis the founder and owner of this establishment. And I'm J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers, very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed about of being a lawyer, but well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. That's a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney.
Falcon, you have to help me.
What is it?
It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop.
For pity's sake, restrain yourself, Sparrowson. Oh, but am I rambling? So are you messieurs here to buy some chocolate?
Yes!
No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business? First things first, we believe that this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Oh yes. That is indeed a trademarked Hagelslag wrapper for genuine Belgian Hagelslag chocolate. This was almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there's something else we wish to ask Monsieur Hagelslag.
bought this
Who
piece
bought
of
the
chocolate?
piece? Yeah. Can you tell us who bought the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hagelslag? I'm afraid not, messieurs. Not just because of matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that.
I thought elephants never forget.
My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who couldn't have potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but you need further information. If we were to give you the description and name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, that I could probably do, monsieur. Let me think who to ask about. Ah,
Ich möchte anfangen mit dem Prinzen.
ja. Da unten links.
Wer war das? Ach so, aus der Bar.
Ja. Have you ever served Juan Guido, the Prince of Spain? The Prince of Spain? No, monsieur.
Well, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our own client turned out to be the chocolate fiend.
I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that is any help. You see, I met the girl while hiking throughout the Himalayas. Please stop. Let me think. Who to ask about? Jetzt machen wir mal hier,
Ich würde den gerne. Hast du noch?
Nee, den würde ich nicht nehmen. Ich würde Books beziehungsweise das Blumenmädchen halt nehmen, aber das haben wir halt noch nicht.
Das haben wir nicht, richtig.
Also ne, hier, den würde ich noch fragen.
Wen?
Links davon. Major Howell. Weil, wenn der vergiftete Schokolade gekauft hat. Have you ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Major Howell? No, monsieur. Are you sure? Yes, monsieur, I have served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent memory.
What does that mean, Falcon? Have we lost our lead?
Not necessarily. It just means that Major Howell didn't buy the chocolate that may have killed him. There's still the possibility that someone bought the chocolate for him. That's our lead. That's who we want to find.
I see.
I did once serve a high-ranking officer from the British Army who was on his way to Zimbabwe, if you want to hear that story. No, I don't want to hear that story. Let me think who to ask about.
Ich weiß nicht, der Typ erinnert mich so an Miles Edgeworth. Der würde halt Evidence planten.
Ja, dann frag. Have you ever served a cockerel with ludicrously good posture named Severin Cocorico? No, monsieur. Messieurs, I'm growing tired of these endless inquiries. Mayhaps you should come back another day.
You know, Falcon, it's possibly that we just haven't encountered the chocolate fiend yet. Rather than coming back here every day and making aimless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific in mind.
Might have a point, Barrison. Thank you for your time, Monsieur Hagelslag. We'll return when our investigation has progressed a little. Any time, messieurs. Okay, gut.
War das jetzt effektiv ein Wasted Day?
Nicht wirklich, weil wir können da bestimmt nochmal hingehen,
Ja,
ohne
wir
dass
können
wir einen Tag
nochmal hin,
verlieren.
aber was hat uns das jetzt gebracht, da hinzugehen?
Nichts, aber wir wissen, dass wir ihn fragen können und das Schokoladenemporium ist wieder ein Tag. Mies.
Oh, hello again. Hi, Mousy.
Is there any sign of Monsieur Wolf?
No, not yet. He's still vacationing. Come back next week. Next week! Okay, dann gehen wir zum Blumenmädchen.
Ja. Ich habe das Gefühl, wir haben doch nicht. Ich habe das Gefühl, wir haben doch nicht unendlich. Also potenziell müssen wir es sogar einmal resetten, weil wir einen Tag zu wenig haben, aber wir werden sehen.
The pair arrive at Le Hall Market. Vendors and buskers perform, and thieves burghers and peasants all bustle from place to place.
Prince Rohan said that he met a flower girl here. Sin. I think he said her name was.
There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her?
I think so. It's possible that she knows the murderer or even that she is the murderer herself. So we should probably act with the tact and fineness.
Was wird Sparrowson diesmal schreien?
Nichts.
Excuse me, Mademoiselle Flower Lady.
Oh.
We would like a word.
Tact, Sparrowson, tact. We've been over this.
Good day, monsieur. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes, I wish to purchase a rose from a lady. I'm afraid that I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you would be satisfied with the chrysanthemum instead. This beautiful flower from a fair maiden.
Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell off his nest as a baby and he said dumb things ever since.
Hey!
Let me introduce myself. I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Sin?
Ah, Zygnus Schwan, ja.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Oh.
Catherine Marie Signe. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt?
How did you know?
How wouldn't I know? I'm no fool, monsieur. I know that the rose I sold was used as the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me.
The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads. So do you mind if we ask a couple of questions?
Business is slow. Please ask away.
Who bought your last rose? Mademoiselle, you mentioned that you sold your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to?
The person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like a Juan. I met him around a week ago, on the 6th. Ich hab die Timeline gerade irgendwie nicht straight. Wir haben diesmal aber auch keinen Auftrag.
Nope.
Conspiracy,
Also der Mörder war am 8.
Wo ist... Haben wir den Toten?
Ja, links.
Wo?
Unten, in der Mitte.
Hä? Ah.
Das ist der Tote.
Ah ja, true. Warte, ich muss einmal kurz pausieren, mein Headset macht Probleme. So.
Komm zurück.
A week ago at a 6th. We talked for a little while about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. Der Prinz von Spanien spricht darüber, dass alle Schulden haben.
Oh, Mademoiselle, it is this time where everyone has to give something else to someone else.
I hear that the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty.
Oh, why is that?
Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling.
Pressure her.
Ich weiß nicht, ich glaube, mit der ist es besser.
Also, wenn ich was von dem Spiel gelernt habe, ist, dass du immer den Finger reindrücken musst. Das ist der Grund, warum ich das True Ending nicht bekommen habe, weil ich einmal nicht reingedrückt habe. Mademoiselle, it just so happens that we're defending this particular fox in our court. In our Cour d'Assises. If you have something to say that could prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I can't.
Wait! Mademoiselle Sin, wait up! Damn.
Nice display of tact and finesse, Falcon. You scared her off.
That Swan obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get the bottom of whatever it is.
Agreed. But I don't think she'd be in the mood to tell us anything else. I know, why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time? Ich möchte das nochmal machen, ich möchte meine Entscheidung durchziehen.
Können wir machen, ja.
Warte, wenn ich jetzt Save and Quit mache, komme ich in das Menü, wo es trotzdem sagt, Day Previous, right?
Ja. Dafür ist es, glaube ich, da. Und dann kannst du aussuchen, welchen Tag du laden möchtest. Wir können auch theoretisch den Tag laden, wo wir... Ah, guck mal, es gibt so viele Fälle. Alter, Case 3.
Spannend.
Okay. Ja.
Aber das sieht aus, als würden wir genug Tage kriegen, um alles zu besuchen. Also lassen wir das mit der Schokolade.
Ja.
Gehen einfach an den Anfang von hier nochmal.
Le Halls, die Hallen.
Tact and
Come on.
Finesse. Aff. Ah.
Warum? Was hast du getan? Ich habe gerade nicht kurz hingeguckt.
Alle Fragen geskippt.
Achso.
Also wenn ich jetzt auf Continue drücke. Ja, passt noch. Nee, passt nicht.
Jetzt,
Okay, durchskippen ist das eine, aber nicht missklicken. So, who bought? Oh,
ich bin ein Schwan.
Where do you get your flowers from? Haben wir nie gefragt, ne?
Ja.
So, ease off.
I understand, mademoiselle. If you remember anything specific, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us.
Did you want anything else?
Okay, ja gut, dann warst du wahrscheinlich richtig, ja. Where do you acquire your flowers from, if I may ask?
Normally, I gather them from the wild. Last week, I found these chrysanthemums on the city limits. And that's the same place I discovered this monk's hood. But since it's still winter, I have to buy a lot from of my flowers from a merchant who travels to Italy and the Netherlands. That's how I acquired the rose.
What can you tell us about this particular merchant?
Not a lot, monsieur. He's just an old man who passes through Paris a few times a year, selling his goods and wares.
I see.
No chance of him being a super secret assassin? No, monsieur. Did you want to ask something else?
That's all. That's all. Thank you for your time, mademoiselle.
Hold on, monsieur. Before you leave, are you sure that you don't want to buy some flowers? I'll even cut you a deal. Only 10 francs for this assortment of chrysanthemums and monkshood.
10 francs for flowers? That's a little steep.
Steep? Monsieur, I challenge you to find cheaper flowers in January. Ich weiß nicht, ich finde es irgendwie interessant.
Ja, lass sie kaufen.
Vielleicht ist da irgendwas mit.
Alright, I take some. They brighten up the office.
Thank you very much, monsieur. Here you go. Evidence folder, tatsächlich.
No.
I don't claim to be a flower expert or anything, but chrysanthemums and monkshood are a weird choice. I suppose it is a bit strange, isn't it? The other flower sellers stick a popular dull flower like tulips and roses. But I like these particular flowers because they are rebellious.
I'm sorry, the flowers are rebellious?
They stuck it out and managed to bloom in the middle of January. The flowers fought nature. They overcome insurmountable odds. It's quite an amazing thing to see.
I think I get it.
You don't need to humor me. I'm rambling, aren't I?
Not at all. This has been a pleasant discussion. Have a good day, mademoiselle.
And you, messieurs.
Okay, kurze Info. Chrysanthemen bedeuten sowohl Beweise Liebe, aber auch als Todesbote bekannt.
Ah.
Ja. Gut, dann gehen wir jetzt zum
Zur Bar, Le Canard Jour.
Joy Jukes. Ja, lass sein. Let's go.
Really, Falcon? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking.
I'm not here to drink, Sparrowson, or mope for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to get to learn more about this Prince Juan, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions.
Oh, that's pretty good thinking. Ah, you two are back. Feeling any better, Falcon?
Much better, thank you for asking, Madame Cornell.
That's great to hear, hon. Will it be the usual?
No, I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp.
He wanted to know if you've seen a Prince of Spain around here recently. A Prince of Spain? I don't know if you noticed, son, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to save the occasional bourgeois. You can forget about seeing a member of royalty.
That's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons.
Feel free. The old regulars, Rufus and Powell, are playing cards in the attic, same as always. But we get all sorts of colorful characters in this drinking room. I bet if you're rather than off cages, you would find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know.
Thank you, Madame. Let's see where to start. Ganz kurze Pause bitte, bin gleich wieder da. Yo.
So, room to investigate. Drinking oder card?
Drinking.
Oh, falscher Screen. Da.
Wen haben wir denn da alles rumkräuchen und fleuchen? So, der was? Fontaine. Oder ich bin doch dran, oder? Ja.
Ja, ich war der Schwan.
Ja. So there I was in the grasslands 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I had been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar, a big stupid boar completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun, carefully took aim. And then bam!
Ich möchte noch mal kurz erwähnen, dass Schweine scheinbar Touristen in Paris waren.
Ja.
You shot it?
No, it was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over that right before I could take the shot.
Interesting. Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Me and I went the same way.
That's what I thought, but when I take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth.
Ah, was a rabbit?
Possible, but I don't think so. I remembered reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone.
Good call. Wants to deal with tainted meat.
Ask about the boar. Excuse me, monsieur? Yes, can I help you? You said that the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. Well, what do you think caused it? I would guess that it ate something bad. I saw some that poisonous plant around Wolfsbane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. Excuse me, monsieur. What is it? I don't suppose you see a Juan Carrito around here. He's Spanish royalty.
Oxy fellow, swanky hat, calls everyone senor.
That doesn't sound familiar. Do you recall seeing one like that, Piero?
Ain't got a clue.
Sorry, messieurs, you're barking up the wrong tree. Well, what can you tell us about this banished royalty family?
Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something?
I'm afraid my compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man. But Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at the library, monsieur, not the tavern. Library? Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering you, monsieur. Leave them be, und dann gehen wir jetzt noch hoch. Let's give them some peace. Come on, Paul. Just give one more game of Shock Noir.
Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is.
Please, I even let you deal this time.
The answer's no, Rufus. I'm skinned. If you want to play cards, you'll have to ask someone else.
Fine, I ask that pig fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you, monsieur. I would care to play some Shock Noir. Ja, machen wir mal, oder? Ein bisschen Blackjack.
Oh, Blackjack.
Ja, also
Jack Noir. Ja, okay.
Absolutely, deal in, monsieur. Very well then. Do you know how to play? Of course. Of course, I've been playing for years.
Yeah, right. Don't get cocky, Falcon.
Very good, I shall be the dealer. We'll bet 5 francs per game. Here we go. Lol, das dürfen wir echt. LOL! Gameplay. Wir nehmen die Karte, wahr? Wir haben eine 6.
Ich weiß jetzt nicht, Stand ist das nicht Holden, also nicht neu nehmen. Ich will ja eine neue Karte nehmen.
Dann.
Ich weiß jetzt so nicht, ob das Stand oder Hit ist.
Ich auch nicht. Mach mal Stand.
Nee, wenn, dann will ich, glaube ich, Hit probieren.
Okay, dann mach Hit. Ah, okay.
14.
Das ist eine 8. 14.
Okay, wir brauchen 7 oder weniger.
Ist das gut? Es gibt 8, 9, 10, 11 im Spiel. Also 16 ist halt eine richtig beschissene Zahl. 14 meine ich. Ja,
nein, im normalen Deck sind ja alle Karten 4-mal drin. Also haben wir immer noch
eben
2 Sechsen, 3 Sechsen und 4 Siebenen, 7 zu. Aber mit 14 haben wir probably eh verloren.
Ja. Oh. Ja, jetzt müssen wir, glaube ich, abbrechen, weil ja, jetzt haben wir nur noch sehr wenige Zahlen.
Ich glaube, wir verlieren trotzdem.
Wow. Unlucky, Monsieur. Most unfortunate. Shall we have another round?
Oh, das ist leider ein Spiel, mit dem er mich kriegt. Aber
Na, lass doch 1 machen und dann. Oh Gott. Absolutely. Deal me in, Monsieur. Das Problem ist, wenn dann irgendwas mehr als 20 Franken kostet und wir das zwingend
ich muss noch mal
weiter. Ja.
es ist wirklich so, du kannst alleine anfangen, wenn irgendjemand mit dir im Haus wohnt, dann wird jemand kommen, wenn du am Aufnehmen bist.
Ja. Oh, shit.
Ah, Gamble.
Nee, das ist so gering, die Chance.
Ah. Das Ding ist, bei Gleichstand gewinnt er.
Ja, der kriegt jetzt eh 2 Bilder und gut ist. Pass auf, 10, 10. Ja!
Er hat sich, aber warum?
Well played, Monsieur. Here's your payout. Okay, nee, ich glaube, das passt.
Nee, wir bleiben einfach bei +/-0.
Ja. Maybe another day, Monsieur. I understand. Feel free to come back at any time. So, und dann gehen wir wieder, wa? Dann müssen wir zum Entrance.
Ich sehe mich dieses Spiel nur für Blackjack spielen.
Ja.
Are you ready to hit the road?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's make a move.
Specific marked by an exclamation will pop up on the map screen. Spiel, was willst du von mir? Cinematic scenes are only available for one day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Viewing is entirely optional. Optionaler Content?
Le Loop. A storm is...
A storm is brewing,
Yeah.
brother. Word of the road assassination attempt has spread. The proletariats grow confident. The bourgeois are cowering. It won't be long before we have rioting. And then... La Révolution! Okay, wir können jetzt in die Bibliothek gehen.
Entschuldigung. Ja. Ja, dann gehen wir doch dahin, oder?
Ja, wir haben ja nichts anderes.
Ja.
Here for a little light reading, are we?
Not quite, person. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice.
Don't eat poisoned pork?
The other piece of advice. That if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should... das ist ja ein Reim.
Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works?
I enjoy modern works.
1848.
I like modern novels. Have you read The Three Musketeers yet? It has heaps of romance, intrigue, and action. You should love it. You would love it, Sparrowson.
Don't patronize me, Falcon. Of course I've read The Three Musketeers. Despite its contrived narrative turns, I enjoyed the novel's scathing critique of our current socio-political climate.
Wow, that's quite an insightful review. Wait a minute. You just memorized that single sentence to sound well read, didn't you?
Maybe?
What do you mean? Oh. Ne, das bin doch jetzt ich, oder wenn du den Wolf hattest?
Wenn du meinst, erzählt.
Also ich weiß, der Wolf kommt wieder, aber mach du ruhig.
Nee, wenn er wiederkommt, dann mach du.
Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building.
Ah, my apologies, monsieur. We keep it down.
Wait! You're a librarian, aren't you?
An astute observation, yes, monsieur. As the whole only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian.
Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something.
I do? Oh, right, I do. Das zweite, das mittlere. Okay, mach erst das erste.
Ich würde einfach von oben runter.
Ja. I bought this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it?
Don Quixote of La Mancha. It's a classic.
Everybody has read it.
I haven't. Yeah, everybody. But for those who haven't...
I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read.
Oh, yeah. No, what I expect you to, monsieur. But what can you tell us about the physical book itself?
This particular book didn't come from any library. If that's what you're asking, see, there's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop, a French bookshop, if the French translation and publishing information wasn't a giveaway.
I see, thank you.
Did you have any other questions, or can I get back to work?
You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like.
I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic questions is in the back of your throat.
Oh, well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are?
What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to the throne in Europe.
Yeah, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, can you refresh our memories?
Very well. Pay attention, because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regnant Isabella II of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown would likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Although it's certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently disputed by the Carlists, headed by the Count of Montemolin. I hope that answers your questions.
Did you catch all of that, Sparrowson?
Not a word.
Monsieur, you're actually interested in Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I heard a name in your explanation.
Prince Juan Querido is what you say, Monsieur. I think you've been misinformed.
There's no current Prince of Spain, and I'm not quite sure Querido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange.
What does this mean, Falcon?
Well, one thing's for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps is involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers.
Right.
Are you two done chit-chatting?
Don't worry, Monsieur, I think we're done here. Thanks for your time.
Then I bid you good day.
So. Das heißt, wir gehen nochmal in die La Conciergerie.
Conciergerie.
Und dann müssen wir, glaube ich, irgendwann nochmal ins Schokoladenimperium, weil das wäre.
Irgendwann müssen wir
Ja.
dahin, ja.
Ja.
Ich bin
Ja.
am Überlegen, was für einen Grund hätten wir zum Palais de Louvre zu gehen.
Vielleicht, um mit dem Robinson-Dude nochmal zu sprechen. Also Robinho Rozio, oder wie der hieß.
Oh, hello again. Hi, Mousy.
Ist der Sign of Monsieur Wulp?
Oh, no, not yet. He's still vacationing.
Okay, das
Okay, ist derselbe.
Ja.
Warte, Moment, mein next week ist morgen.
Ja.
Okay, gehen wir zur La Conciergerie. You again? Visiting hours are over. Come back later.
I have no time for your quibbling, Monsieur. Stand aside.
You can't talk to me like that!
I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is in direct violation of Statutes 204b and 488c of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result you, yes you, Monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action.
Alright. No need to break out the legalese on me. I'll go open the cell. Wow, Falcon, how did you memorize those criminal codes?
Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson. Learn about how to bluff. Nicht, dass wir was anderes erwartet hätten.
Senor Falcon, it is so good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope.
Comfort politely.
Oh, Juli, politely sagst du, da.
Listen, Juan, in order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. I can't work with half-truths. If you tell me one thing and the prosecution's evidence tell me another, then we're both in trouble.
I am afraid I don't quite follow, senor.
Do you want me to spell it out? I know that you're not the Prince of Spain. I know that your name is not Juan Querido.
Where's this coming from? I assure you, senor, that I am who I claim to be.
If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come on, Sparrowson, we're leaving.
Wait. Calm yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal it all.
Did you say, Monsieur? Oh,
Did you just say, Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Querido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested.
Why would you want to get arrested? Why would you want to get arrested?
You're putting me in a difficult position, monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who was in a great deal of debt.
Everyone has debt these days, monsieur.
Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. That mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in the mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I'm saying, monsieur?
Na, er ist dieser Knight, der das mitbekommen
Er hat jemanden
oder?
umgebracht für
Ja.
keine Ahnung wen. Vielleicht
Ja.
den Schwan.
I understand, monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories.
Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad that you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation.
If I may ask, monsieur, why did you not just go to the police with the information you had?
The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem?
I'll let you know when I figure it out, monsieur.
Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime.
So, what is your real name?
What's in a name? It's just an empty label, a rapid reflection of who we really are. Today I am Juan Cuadro, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Raya, a pauper living under a bridge of the Saw. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do.
That didn't really answer my question.
No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name.
Monsieur Vulpe. Ah, nee. Ja.
Ja, doch, oder?
Renat, doch, der Renat Vulpe.
Ich wüsste nicht, was sonst.
Ja. You are Renat Vulpe, private investigator.
Very astute. And you are Monsieur Falcon, privat de défense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed name, Falcon? I didn't know that.
This isn't about me. Juan. Renat. Monsieur, we're trying to uncover the truth here.
Of course. So what truth is it that you're attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon?
That's all. I don't think I have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can do for now.
Really? I don't feel that we've learned very much. Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget, could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter?
Whether the birds have flown south? What is that? Some sort of code?
Something like that, but rest assured, Monsieur, that this does directly pertain to the case.
Well, if we have time, I will be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. Trial day is approaching.
Right.
So, das heißt, wir müssen jetzt nochmal hier zur Mausi.
Wir können überall hin, außer
Nee.
hier halt.
Anscheinend haben wir keinen Tag mehr. Oder? Na gut, gehen wir nochmal zu den... Ja, rein.
Falcon, what I...
Okay, anscheinend müssen wir zurück, weil wir dürfen halt wirklich keinen Tag skippen, ne?
Also wir hätten nicht
Schokoladenimperium so früh gehen dürfen, ja. Das heißt,
Weißt du, ich
das
habe
heißt
eine Idee.
nachspielen.
Wir sind jetzt bei einer
Ja.
Dreiviertelstunde für den Part. Wir machen hier jetzt Schluss und skippen das kurz nach und dann am Trial-Tag machen wir den nächsten Part weiter.
Ja,
Okay.
beziehungsweise dann, wenn wir Mausi interviewen.
Dann bis
Ja.
zur Trial oder
Bis
so.
zur Try. Ja.